Today we're gonna do some legs. And he's gonna start off. And then if I
Wagwan shorty. I'm gonna teach y'all how to hit legs today properly.
feel I can't even go any lower. I feel so
can't?
stiff. No,
Oh
I
shit.
feel mad stiff.
You just gotta sit with it. Because this isn't a weight you can hurt yourself with. Just literally just sit with it. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna teach you how to hit legs today. So, step one, you need a squat. Amazing compound
Oh, man,
for
the
building
art of-
everything in your legs.
The art.
You're going again?
Yeah.
All right.
The art of squatting, guys. The art of squatting.
Huge thing on this is form. Huge thing on this is form.
Oh no, yeah, for sure, bro.
This is like one of those things where you want to have really good form before you try to like PR or anything like that, or lift anything heavy that you could probably get hurt with.
Rose, you're definitely messing up your back.
But yeah, you just want to start off light, make sure your form is good. Keep your knees over your toes. Make sure your chest is out the whole time. You want to keep your back straight. It's okay if your back is a little bit bent. You just don't want your back to move. You don't want to flex your spine at all. Because when you move your spine, then you're transferring that load from your legs, which is your driving force, to your lower back. And then you also want to make sure you're working on your brace. Brace is a very important thing.
Every single time I do a set of like squats, I always ask myself why.
If you hit legs a lot and like, you know, you get comfortable with the way that hitting legs makes you feel, it literally means that you have a higher pain tolerance. Like your pain threshold is a lot higher than the average person's. Because training legs is hard. That's why most people skip legs.
Yeah.
Because it's mentally draining, physically draining. People don't really see the value in it, but when you have a good pair of quads, hamstrings, calves, like when your legs are built, bro, it's a different type of like accomplishment. And also you want to think about it this way. Your legs are going to be the main output of force throughout your entire life. Like, let's say for instance, like, I'm not saying like, you know, go out and fucking fight people, but let's say you got into a fight, you have like skinny ass legs, you have built ass upper body. What are you gonna do, bench press the guy? Most of your power comes from your legs. You gotta plant yourself into the floor. Even if you're throwing punches, bro, you gotta twist with your legs, you gotta push with your legs. Wrestling, you definitely need your legs. Almost any martial art, you need a good like foundation. Squat form lesson. I squat normally, meaning the bar isn't too like low on my back. Like Jeffrey has a low bar squat. He's probably gonna be like around like right here. For me, I like to be more like in between my traps. Some people like to be on top of their traps, like right here. This is crazy, I can't do that shit. But it just depends on your bone composition, how long your femur is. Like proportionally to your tibia, fibia. But yeah, so I'm getting into position here. One brace, deep breath in, and squeeze. Pick it up. And then I like to squat a little bit closer. Some people like shoulder width apart, some people are wide. I like to squat a little bit closer. Then, deep breath in. You're gonna come down. Keep your knees over your feet. And then this is the degree of depth you wanna reach, no matter what lift it is. I don't care what anybody says. Deep breath in. And push straight back up. And that's it, that's how you do a squat.
All right, guys, I don't know why, but Vinay has us doing RDLs. But anyways, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's teach y'all a little bit about RDLs. Y'all need a hip hinge movement in your program. Absolute must.
Oh my God, bro, my hamstrings are on fire.
You're good, bro, you got it. Hip hinge movement is a must. Last video I was talking about muscles and their inserts and stuff like that. Your hamstrings is one of the few muscles in your body that's biarticulate, meaning it crosses two joints. So it has two purposes. But all you need to know is that hip hinging movements will grow your hamstrings the absolute most. And then of course you gotta do your seated leg curls. So your hip, it crosses the knee, and it also crosses the hip. So it's bi-articulate. Absolute must, hip hinge. This also form is a huge deal. You want to keep your feet approximately shoulder width apart. Your arms should be absolutely dead. You do not want to put any of that load onto your biceps. This is 225 pounds. Try to lift this with your bicep, you're going to tear something, you're going to hurt yourself. You want absolutely dead arms. You want to keep your back straight, chest out, look exactly like he's doing. You want to keep your neck neutral, in line with your spine. And look how he's giving a very slight bend at the knees. He's pushing his hips as far back as he possibly can. This is a good RDL. This is very good RDL form. You're gonna grow your hamstrings if you do it just like this. All right, leg press time. You want a heavy leg press because this is basically, this kind of similar to a squat and like the biomechanics of the movement. But because I'm like sitting down, I'm like solidified, it isolates your legs a lot more. You're not using as many of the stabilizer muscles like your core, your back, your arms to hold the bar. It basically removes almost the entirety of your upper body from the movement. Hence why I have 6 plates on. As y'all know, I used to do 8 plates like 2 weeks ago. I dropped the weight so I can get more depth in this movement because when you're hitting quads, you want to try to get as much knee flexion as you can. New research and studies give evidence that the more knee flexion that you can achieve, the closer to failure you get with more knee flexion and higher load, promotes more growth in the quads and the surrounding muscles. So mainly the quads, because that's the primary function of the quads. As they cross the knee, it's for knee flexion. When I mean knee flexion, I basically mean like straightening your legs out. So I'm in a squat position right now. Straighten your legs out, you're gonna feel in your quads. It's like this for everyone. You're not special. One more.
All right, guys. Time for some calves. Not my favorite, but yeah.
You gotta do them.
For the culture, for the culture.
But yeah, so a bit about the anatomy of the calves. It's kind of like your biceps. It's kind of like your bicep in a sense where there is actually a third muscle in your calf that people don't really know about. So bicep, two, you have 2 heads of your bicep, right? You have your long head and you have your short head. Kind of to the side of the bicep, underneath, you have another muscle called your brachialis. And basically, if you work out that muscle and it gets bigger, it pushes your bicep up and it makes your arm wider. Similar thing with the calf here. You have the large part of the calf. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the anatomical name, but you have 2 heads of that. Right there. That's what you could see flexing. That's the visible part. Now, if you look beneath that, there is another muscle, and that's called the soleus. The way you target that is by doing a seated calf raise. That's how you bias that portion of the muscle within the calf. So that's underneath what is visible. That pushes your calf out as well and makes your entire calf appear wider. You want to work that out too. Now this standing calf raise is perfect for the visible part of the calf. If you don't really have that large calves, this is going to be the immediate thing that you notice. You want to go heavy on these. You want to try to get a deep stretch, and you want to try to go all the way up. Just like how he's doing. He's holding it, he's coming down, he's getting that stretch, and he's going back up quick. It's perfect form, right there. and you don't want to lock your knees out. This puts a lot of pressure on your knees if you're going very heavy. But that was good. That was good execution right there. So you want to program 2 calf exercises. One to focus on your soleus. It's gonna build overall like width in your calf, even around your Achilles. It kind of goes lower than the other 2 heads of your calf. It's gonna kind of strengthen your Achilles as well. And then, of course, you have the 2 other heads of the calf. Again, I'm not gonna try to pronounce the name. It'll show up on screen. That's mostly visible, and that's what people mostly work out. But remember, 2 calf exercises if you want big calves. Most people only program 1. You want 2. All right, y'all. This is the last thing we're gonna be doing today. There are squats, there are RDLs, we did our leg press, we did our calf raises, standing calf raises, and last but not least, we're gonna do leg extensions. So we did squats. That's gonna hit basically your entire leg. We did leg press that is also slightly more quad biased, but you're also going to be hitting your entire leg. Calves, self-explanatory, you're hitting calves. RDLs, hinge movement, you're going to be hitting mostly your posterior chain. Posterior chain meaning you're going to be hitting your glutes, you're going to be hitting your hamstrings, maybe some extensors, some calves, but it's like minimal. Calves is minimal. And then lastly, we have leg extensions. Leg extensions, you're going to be primarily focusing your quads. As you know, your quads are made up of 4 muscles. The main point of this is to lean back and try to hit your rectus femoris, which isn't really hit in other movements. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but something like that. See, I'm also that runge. It connects from your from below your hip, straight down the center of your leg, out to over your knee. But yeah, go heavy on these. Gotta go with good tempo. Yeah. Join me repping this shit out. I'm almost maxed out on this machine. The other machine is a little bit heavier. The main piece of advice I have with this machine is,
Let's see what we got.
y'all see right there behind Jeffrey's right knee, there's that little red circle. You want to keep your knee in line with that red circle.
All right, guys, that wraps up leg day. Not too bad. We squatted, we did RDLs, we did a lot of other things. Felt pretty good. I just want to go home to eat.
Same, bro. My legs are sauced. Those leg extensions took it out of me. But we hope you guys learned a bit from this video. Again, we're gonna be trying to pull out more educational content. You know, taught you guys about hitting chest. Today was leg day. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about back day.
Yeah, back and by.
We're gonna be talking more about diet. We're gonna be talking more about what really drives hypertrophy. We're gonna be talking about all this good stuff. And we hope you guys continue learning. Go into the gym with a learning mindset. There's always somebody bigger than you. There's always somebody who knows more. I'm not claiming to know everything. I'm not claiming to be a know-it-all. I'm not claiming to be a professor on any of this stuff.
Sure.
There's just stuff. There's just information that I've accumulated over the years. Yeah.
It's just all about self-improvement. Remember, there's always a bigger fish. Just worry about yourself.
So stay at it. Stay in the gym. Again, thank y'all for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.